Tonight, from Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, it's a special Thanksgiving night presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.
And this carries into the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. On 1st and 10, Tucker. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
The quarterback.
A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down. Now first carry for Derrick Henry. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Ball carrier.
And for the Titans and Chiefs, we think back to their encounter in the postseason last year, the AFC Championship game to be exact. And the Titans were riding high, coming off road wins in Foxborough and in Baltimore. And they led at one point 17-7, but as the Chiefs did 3 times in those playoffs, they rallied back from a double-digit deficit, ultimately winning 35-24 and punching their ticket to Miami.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there. Yeah,
I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Number 46, the ball carrier.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 14 carries, 51 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
The throw over the middle, taken in. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Completes it to Hardman. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 41-yard line. The ball carried.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3 brings up 3rd and 3.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Buchanan. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
At the Titans' 39-yard line.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40.
Number 30.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. what I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage. 17 on the play.
At the 23-yard line.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Taken down.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
It's a gain.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Harold Landry able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know, he hated taking the loss there on third down. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. The 20. That he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Throwing on first down. Tucker. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Josh Oliver.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that. It's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 44-yard line.
Gain of 16.
That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Josh Oliver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Yards to go.
Operating from the gun, Tucker able to find Isabella. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 22-yard line. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
21 yards.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
6 yards on the pickup, and it's a 2nd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Tucker, and he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Chris Jones in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there, and now it's 4th down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3.
Makes the score.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points. Not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
He's taken down.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Flushed out right. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. CD, with that last pass, he joined a group of about 50 other men that are over 30,000 career passing yards. So, look, he's not at the top, but that's pretty good company. Yeah,
it's not the most exclusive fraternity in the NFL, but it's a pretty good one, isn't it? You still have to put some numbers up in order to get in, okay? The secret knock is still there. How about him getting it done? Proud of him.
The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
4-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Throw left side complete. It's Buchanan. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
43.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, The alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10.
And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Mahomes firing complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Now Mahomes. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That catch good for only a couple.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now a handoff looking right. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Butker's kick here is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They trail by 10, 13-3 as they come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Tucker looking middle, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Derrick Henry, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. That'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
To throw again, Tucker. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Here comes Carter. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs ready to rock again on offense. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
An excellent way to start the drive there at 18 yards.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Now here's Mahomes. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Bailey. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
At the 50-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From midfield, here's Mahomes. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
Mahomes pass. Complete to number 31. Brought down back at the 24-yard line.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. Butker's kick here is good, and that will do it for this first half. We now proceed to the start of the 2nd half. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. Taking it about the 1. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
So here are the Chiefs to take over. They are working on that very impressive 9-game win streak, looking to get it to 10 as they've got the lead here, 1st and 10. They'll start the 3rd quarter here on the ground. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Number 46, the ball.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Buchanan. And he will have a Chiefs first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
1st and 10.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide it. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
At the 47-yard line.
Mahomes gets it out quickly, and it's complete out wide. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Titans capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And it's up. This is good, and it makes it a 16-10 game now. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone.
Set to kick off.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over.
Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And they'll begin by running the option.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big pickup of 38.
That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes, but receivers love it even more. The ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down.
Well, it certainly appears that the big guys up front have taken charge of the line of scrimmage. 2 really nice plays back-to-back. But on the defensive side of the ball, there shouldn't be any despair. Okay, they've got us a couple of times here. Hang in there, keep your composure, and try and figure it out for the next play.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
I thought as that was developing that he might actually keep it, but the right decision, obviously, to hand the football off.
And some teams do a really nice job of taking a little bit longer at the mesh point, meaning where he's going to hand it off or keep it. Sometimes they ride it maybe a step longer than others. That allows him to make the proper decision and have the right person end up with the ball.
And it paid off with a long touchdown run.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
When it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
On first down, Tucker. This one caught by Isabella. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
7-yard pick.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
32-yard line.
Running from the gun with Henry. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run it again with Henry. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
Henry, the ball carrier.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Off the play fake. Tucker. And he fends him off. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down.
A loss of 5 yards.
Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Operating from the gun. Tucker over the middle, and it's incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target. That takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long. and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he stopped immediately there. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up.
He'll buy some time right. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Well, first down there on a pickup of 25.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Third quarter action from Kansas City. 2nd down and 10.
And they give this time to the tailback. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. 31,
the ball carrier.
And that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
A dime look defensively here for the Titans on third.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Switch.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives have bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
And this carries into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Titans now just about ready to take over.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
We are headed to the 4th here on Thanksgiving night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Behind the chains, 2nd and 13.
From the gun, Tucker. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Tucker. That ball complete to Isabella. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 4.
The Titans on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun. Tucker. Throw right side, complete to Williams. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a first down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Good spot on the field to go for it, kind of no man's land as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter's telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow, might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you a great chance.
Oh, now a strip. He loses the football. Timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. The fumble on first down now. Here's 2nd down. From the gun, Tucker. Henry's got it out on the left side. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup with someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Number 46.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt.
And it'll be Titan football.
The Titans set and ready to go on offense. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
On 1st and 10, Tucker. Throw left side complete. That's Henry. And he goes out right around the 39. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
39-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Operating from the gun. Tucker. He'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete.
Now, 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll run. It's Henry powering forward. Derrick Henry denied here on 4th down. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This will be 3rd and 5. Mahomes now to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off down near the 5. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing on 1st down. Tucker. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Over the middle, it's complete.
Tucker's pass.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. Titans moving quickly here. They're in the hurry-up. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 15 yards on the play. 1st down. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line.
Tucker's pass.
And here he'll get it down to the 7.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call.
As he throws and the ball is out. It's a live football. But it looked like the Titans were able to recover, and indeed they will keep possession of the ball. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. An extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that